prior to the massacre. On the morning of Tuesday, April 20, 1999, Harris and Klebold placed a small firebomb in a field about 3 miles south of Columbine High School, and 2 miles south of the fire station. 23, set to explode at 11:14 a.m., the bomb was intended as a diversion to draw firefighters and emergency personnel away from the school. It partially detonated and caused a small fire, which was quickly extinguished by the fire department.
At 11:10 a.m., 24, Harris and Klebold arrived separately at Columbine High School. Harris parked his vehicle in the junior student parking lot, by the south entrance, and Klebold parked in the adjoining senior student parking lot, by the west entrance. The school cafeteria, their bomb target, with its long outside window wall and ground-level doors, was between their parking spots.
After parking their cars, the duo met near Harris's car and armed 2 20-pound, 9 kilograms, propane bombs before entering the cafeteria a few minutes prior to the beginning of the lunch shift. The youths placed the duffel bags containing the bombs, set to explode at approximately 11:17 a.m. inside the cafeteria before returning to their separate vehicles to await the explosion, and to shoot survivors fleeing the building. Had the bombs exploded with full power, they would have killed or severely wounded all 488 students in the cafeteria and possibly collapsed the ceiling, dropping part of the library into the cafeteria.
A Jefferson County Sheriff's deputy, Neil Gardner, was assigned to the high school as a full-time uniformed and armed school resource officer. Gardner usually ate lunch with students in the cafeteria, but on April 20 he was eating lunch in his patrol car at the northwest corner of the campus, watching students in the Smokers Pit in Clement Park. 27. The security staff at Columbine did not observe the bombs being placed in the cafeteria, since a custodian was replacing the school's security videotape as it happened. The bags holding the bombs were first visible on the fresh security tape, but they were not identified as suspicious items. No witness recalled seeing the duffel bags being added to the 400 or so backpacks already in the cafeteria.
As the two youths returned to their vehicles, Harris encountered Brooks Brown, a classmate with whom he had recently patched up a long-standing series of disagreements. Brown was surprised to see Harris, whom he had earlier noted had been absent from an important class test. Harris seemed unconcerned when reminded of this fact, commenting, "It doesn't matter anymore." Harris then elaborated, "Brooks, I like you now. Get out of here. Go home." Brown, feeling uneasy, walked away. 29. Several minutes later, students departing Columbine for their lunch break observed Brown heading down South Pierce Street away from the school. Meanwhile, Harris and Klebold armed themselves by their vehicles and waited for the bombs to explode.
Shooting begins, 11:19 a.m. When the cafeteria bombs failed to explode, Harris and Klebold convened and walked toward the school. Both armed, they climbed to the top of the outdoor west entrance steps, placing them on a level with the athletic fields west of the building and the library inside the west entrance, directly above the cafeteria. From this vantage point, the cafeteria's west entrance was located at the bottom of the staircase, next to the senior parking lot.
At 11:19 a.m., a witness heard Eric Harris yell, "Go! Go!" The two gunmen pulled their guns from beneath their trench coats and began shooting at two 17-year-old students who had been sitting in the grass next to the west entrance of the school. 30. Rachel Scott was hit 4 times and killed instantly. Richard Costaldo was shot 8 times in the chest, arm, and abdomen and paralyzed below the chest. 8. It is unknown who fired first or which gunman shot and killed Scott.
After the first 2 shootings, Harris removed his trench coat and aimed his 9mm carbine down the west staircase toward 3 youths, 15-year-olds Daniel Rohrbaugh and Sean Graves, and 16-year-old Lance Kirkland. The 3 friends had been ascending the staircase directly below the shooters. Kirkland later reported seeing Klebold and Harris standing at the top of the staircase, before the pair opening fire. All three youths were shot and wounded. 31. Inside the school, some of the students had believed that they were bearing witness to a prank by the two seniors. But in the cafeteria, Dave Sanders quickly realized this was not a prank but a deliberate attack on the school.